Resilience is the capacity to not just bounce back, which we often think about somebody recovering from a blow or a trauma, but it's also the capacity to withstand that event. And when you do come back, to come back better and stronger. So it's a combination of being prepared for something, able to withstand it, to be able to, when it happens, hopefully get back up on your feet quickly, learn from it, and then be better prepared for the next time it comes around.
You are a nationally recognized expert in this area. You have talked to a lot of people, a lot of media, you've testified in front of Congress. If you look at it nationally, because whether it's earthquakes here, Hurricane Sandy in your part of the world, and what we're witnessing now in Texas, Florida, and Puerto Rico, ahead of time, do people seem to get it?
Not really. I mean, our problem is we're largely in denial. We talk about these things sometimes as acts of God, which means who can, as mortals, what can we do about it? We can't anticipate it, but we'll try to be really good when they happen. There's so much that we can understand in advance about these events. Not the timing, but what they will do to us. And then be able to plan for not just the response, the saving of lives, but to recover quickly. And it's becoming so important to have that, because the real costs and consequences often happen because you didn't recover quickly. You start to have hospitals that run out of fuel for their generators, and all that has to be thought out in advance.
Let me talk about the economy, because the economy plays into this. We just talked about Kobe, Japan, which is still said to be recovering from an earthquake 22 years ago in 1995. When you talk about taking a region and trying to stand it up, what are the risks if you're not prepared to bounce back from that?
Well, one of the ways that I try to get regions and cities to think about this, any community to think about this better, is this is going to be a competitive advantage for any community. If you want to draw business to you, if people have a choice about where they want to live and where they want to work, they're going to come to the places that are not risk-free, because there aren't any. They're going to come to the ones that are really well prepared. And if it turns out that you're not well prepared, they're fleeing you and they're not coming back. So the impact that potentially Cascadia may have with the mega quake risk is when things get knocked down for a period of time, your major employers and all the companies that support them and all the services support them, after a certain point, they have to leave and they may never come back. You know, there's reasons why in the days of old that many companies stayed put. It's because they were tied to the geography of that area. But when you have knowledge-based economy, basically large office parks like the Starbucks headquarters or the Amazons or the Microsofts, they like it here in this area, and many of the founders may be here, but as soon as essentially there's no water, food, and they can't run their businesses, they have to go somewhere else. And when they leave, they're probably not coming back.